My name's Jason Waye, I'm from Tough Mounts. I have a 1981 Ford Cortina, TE Cortina. It runs a RB30 with a RB25 head on top of that. So the car is not a historic car for starters, so it's built in 2000 by Steve Viggers over in New South Wales. Built to campaign New South Wales, so originally owned by Scott Bridie, who ran a 13B proof report rotary in it. He campaigned it for a few seasons, then it went to a gentleman by the name of Glenn Jordan, who bought it as a roller, put the RB30 into the car. They drove it around for some time. Glenn got rather sick, so he couldn't compete with the car anymore, and the car just sat languished in a shed since 2015. So we purchased it last year, and I won't say restored it, but we've brought it back to life. So we've just fixed everything, updated a few bits and pieces, and just made it a hell of a lot nicer car now, and a lot prettier too. It's taken us about 6 months to get it back together. So we've literally stripped the whole thing apart to a certain extent, left the driveline into it and just went through it. But we replaced fuel lines, checked all the electrical, updated intercooler piping and fittings and all that sort of stuff. Just remounted stuff because it's just showing age and fatigue. So yeah, it's about 6-7 months all up, and a fair bit of time's gone into making it look pretty as well. So it's easier to make a race car, but to make it look nice, it's also part of it. You know, the spectators love to see something that looks pretty and stands out, and that's one of the things that I'm about, at least anyway. So, and at least have it go around and not crash. And I don't know a lot about the drivetrain. We know it's been built pretty well. It's been campaigned for quite a few years as it is. But yeah, so it's, as I said, RB30 bottom end with an RB25 head, custom turbo manifold, Garrett turbo on there. Sort of really about it. It's nothing super flash, but it just works. It made 285 rear wheel kilowatts, so about 380 horsepower at the wheels. Not the world's fastest car, but it's fast enough for me. My previous cars, I've had like a Hemi 6-powered LJ Cortina Sports Sedan, which was a fun car, but it wasn't fast. You compare the two, and it's like a top fuel dragster compared to your standard Commodore. There's no comparison. It's a big learning curve going from a floor pan car to a full chassis car, and it's great fun. It's lots of fun. I think from what I understand, he built 3 or 4 of these back in the early 2000s, and looking at the chassis and the way it all is, it's all pretty well as it left him, from what I can understand. So yeah.
Cool. Anyone you'd like to thank behind the scenes for being involved?
Oh, plenty of people. But no, look, obviously our business, Muscle Garage and Tough Mounts, we do a lot of the work all in-house. Perry, my lead mechanic, he's amazing. He helps to no end out here on the weekend, pitting with us and doing all that stuff. Mark Peacock, and other than that, yeah, it's really just a lot of it's all done in-house with all the other stuff that we do. So.